my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy, bitch. Good for you, bitch. I'm pretty and petty as
Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video, and the story never ends. Cardi B is just a hot goddamn mess, and she keeps attacking the woman. You know, Cardi B is very strategic in who she attacks, because everyone and their mamas have been talking about Stefon Diggs and this guy having multiple baby mamas, getting multiple women pregnant. But for some reason, it seems as though when it comes to people like Bia is not entitled to her opinion like the rest of the internet is. If Bia says anything, then Cardi B is gonna come for Bia in the defense of Stefon Diggs. You know, exactly like what she did with Offset. And I have to say, roll the clip, honey, because keep rolling your cameras, keep looking out for it, because this woman, she has embarrassment coming to her like none other before. And it's not something that I'm wishing for. It's just that I've realized that this woman is in a trap cycle, and it is one that she can break by herself, but she is refusing to break the trap cycle. And if she is refusing to break the trap cycle that she's in, then that means that she's gonna keep in that cycle. So we saw with Offset, she would come out to defend Offset, and Offset embarrassed her in a major way. We know that Stefon Diggs has embarrassed Cardi B repeatedly, and irrespective of the fact that Diggs has embarrassed her, you know, Bia is out here saying that this man has more baby mama than yards or something in reference to sports, right? I'm going to put it up on the screen so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I don't know why she's so focused on Bia, and like, I think sometimes I just think that Cardi B should have never been a part of the music industry. I just honestly believe so at times, because she's on tour. How do you get time to see what Bia is saying if Bia is so beneath you, right? And you're saying that not because you and your baby daddy aren't smashing, it doesn't mean that a bitch can talk ish about him. So you're telling me that you have a preference for Bia. Everyone can talk about your baby daddy, right? But Bia can't. So why it is that Bia cannot talk about something that is in the public domain? It is in the public domain, and Bia is entitled to her own opinion, just like the rest of the internet, whether she's for the relationship or she's against it. Bia is entitled to her comments just the same. So to see that Stefon Diggs and his numerous baby mamas, they are a trending discussion and a trending topic, which everyone is talking about, not just, you know, pop culture. It is everywhere. It is all over the globe. Men and women are questioning Diggs' motives, how Diggs treats Cardi B, and you know, Bia's comment was not even directed to Cardi B to say, okay, it is directed to Cardi B, so Cardi B has every right to respond. Cardi B loves to pick on those women that she sees as not having a huge fan base as she does. She loves to pick on the woman that she believes the internet is against. And as such, because she knows that when she picks on particular women, she can do it and get away with it, she keeps doing it. And I think that every time I see Cardi B doing these things, I'm like, This woman is one of the biggest mistakes that has ever happened to the hip hop industry because she actually brings nothing to it. She's not talented. It's just theatrics, drama, no talent behind it. And that's just the way it is. You know, having ghostwriters and practicing to do something and sounding like you're rapping doesn't mean that you are a rapper. But years ago, Wendy said one thing, you know, and she says it's kind of hard to judge the industry because when you look at the industry for what it truly is, you can't even say who is the best at anything, because I remember when Wendy used the Jennifer Lopez example versus Leona Lewis. So she was saying that J-Lo can't sing, while you have Leona Lewis, who is an amazing, damn good singer, but still yet Jennifer Lopez has a career in the industry, and the industry does not promote women like Leona Lewis. It's like, this is what they're doing to Cardi B. The mess, the theatrics, the nasty lifestyle, the nasty ways, the nasty behaviors. It keeps getting highlighted while you have some girls out there who are super, super talented, and they're never given the opportunity, no matter how much they fight, no matter how hard they work. And those girls, they'll work twice, you know, as hard, even 10 times harder, and they're not given the same opportunity. And it really goes to show that when people say that some people in the industry are nothing but industry plants, even if you have no evidence to substantiate their claims and their statement, you look at it and you say it is true, because how is it that this person just keeps, it's as though Cardi B keeps dumping garbage in the industry, garbage after garbage after garbage after garbage, and then people accept it. The bars aren't getting higher, the standards are getting lower, because you're on stage saying you're pretty and you're petty AF, and this girl is not entitled to speak on your baby daddy, not because you're not smashing him anymore, you know. And this man is going to embarrass Cardi B. He's going to drag her to shame and humiliation. And then you have a group of women who sits and they look at these things and they say, but he doesn't pose with anyone else but Cardi B, so that means Cardi B is his preferred choice. No, Cardi B is his billboard. Cardi B is his prop machine. Not because he poses with her, it doesn't mean that she is his preferred choice. It's just that Cardi B is a prop. That's all Cardi B is. Cardi B is like a costume. He puts it on whenever he wants to be seen, when he wants to be talked about, whenever he wants to get more brand deals. He puts her on, and then once he's done with that, once the show is over, it is in the arms of the one that he truly loves. And he keeps dumping her. He keeps abandoning her. He keeps humiliating her. And every time he does, the internet makes excuses. While if it was a darker skinned girl who goes through the same things and goes through the same motion, they can never come back from half the mess that Cardi B does. A darker skinned girl would be reminded that she's trash, she's garbage, and she keeps getting used repeatedly. She keeps getting dumped repeatedly, and she would be reminded to have several seats. She's not significant. She's not talented, and it's really, really disgusting to see. You know, Bia is entitled to her own opinion. It is something that is in public domain. So I don't see why it is that everyone and their mamas can have their opinion, but the moment that Bia says something that is not about you, you are willing to, clap back at Bia, because the thing is that you have to create theatrics, you have to create drama, because that's where your true talent lies. Your true talent is not a rapper. So let's substitute that for theatrics. Yeah, Bia says something. Let me go for Bia. Let me hype up the crowd a little bit and use Bia to hype up my crowd, because Bia doesn't have a strong fan base as you do, and Bia doesn't have the circle as you do. So let's use Bia for clout and attention. And that's what she's really doing, because, why isn't Bia entitled to her opinion about something that's public knowledge? And you're telling Bia that she can't talk and she shouldn't talk about your baby daddy. Like, please, that's literally nonsense. Bia is entitled to her opinion, and are you going to stop Bia from talking? Because you can't. You can't stop her from having her opinion. It is in public domain, and he's going to keep having babies. You're going to keep going back to him. He's going to keep embarrassing the mess out of you. And at the end of the day, Bia will be the one to have the last laugh, just as though Offset is the one to have the last laugh. So, Cardi B is a mess. She's embarrassing. She's nothing or no one for anyone to idolize. Only low vibrational beings like herself idolizes behaviors like that, because it literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I know what she's doing. She's using Bia for clout, and then she's gonna say Bia is beneath her, and Bia is not that popular, and Bia doesn't have the fan base that she has, and no one knows Bia's songs. But if no one knows Bia, she needs to act like it and not know Bia. But she is like a parasite. She's like a vulture, and she lives off women that she wants the internet to believe is beneath her, when they're not. They're certainly not beneath her. She's a low vibrational being. That's who Cardi B truly is. She's not a girl's girl. She only does what she needs to do, put on that facade to make people think that she's for the people and she's with the people, but she's truly not for the people. Neither is she with the people. And in her moment of wrath and anger, you can hear her saying it, and she said it on several occasions. But that's just my 2 cents on her coming for Bia for, what reason. It was completely unwarranted. But hey, if your show is not giving vibe, let's plug Bia in there, right? Let's plug the theatrics in there. Let's plug the drama in there, because something has to be used as a prop to sell, because the talent is really not there. But that's all I have to say about that for this video. Peace.